Questions,
Okay.
comments? Yes, Sister Ines.
Thank you very much for the beautiful presentation. That is, you are waking us up, and that we really need to be ready. My question is, for how long will the time of trouble be?
Wow, wonderful question. So, for me, I can't say how long it will be, but when we get deeper into these studies, we will understand some pertinent things that are mentioned about the time of trouble. I'll give you a clue to say, in the Dark Ages, we were told that it was going to last for a time, times, and the dividing of time. That is how the Great Tribulation was. But even then, God said that it was going to be shortened. And so when you read through inspiration, you find that even before the year 1798 AD came, persecution had ceased or died down. So you find that it wasn't as hot as it was when it was started, that they were willing and ready to destroy all the saints of God. So also we are told that this time of trouble, it too will have a definite period. I'm sure the only time that we'll be able to understand something relative to how long it will be, it is when we come to Revelation chapter 11. Because in Revelation chapter 11, we see that God again brings the time frame there of the 42 months. Though many a time that 42 months is pushed to the time of the Dark Ages, we see that it has also some information that relates to the time of the end. Okay? Because in the time of the end, we see that the 144,000 will be saved, and then the great multitude also are saved. So there are certain aspects that are mentioned there. So I wouldn't say how long, but inspiration will be able to give us as we get to that time. Because just for me to just say this, that, then people would need to understand, say, what leads to that answer. So that is where you see that the Lord himself still continues to tell us what to expect. So, of course, it will have a time frame after which, when it expires, we see that things will be uh, done. For instance, just like we were told to say, uh, at the time of the end shall the king of the north push, shall the king of the south push at the king of the north. So it's that there was a definite time when it started. And when Michael stands up, and then the people of God are called out of Babylon, we see that that will picture the end of the time of the end, because it ends when the saints are apart on their own. Another clue I would give in this instance is uh, the time of Noah, because Christ says, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the time when the Son of Man shall come. We see that when the people of God and the animals to be saved entered the ark, there was still a 7-day window where the wicked and the righteous were apart from each other. The righteous were in the ark, the wicked were outside. But do you see the wicked chanting up and down, insulting Noah and those that were in the ark, to say, what is it that they were doing? They were prophesying that the rain is coming. Where is the rain? Where is what? So there was that time of the wicked thinking that Noah was mad, and what he had built as an ark had nothing to do with the salvation of man per se. But alas, when the seventh day came, what happened? So if God says that as it was in the days of Noah, so people would despise salvation. And when the separation is made, it's not that they are killed there and then. No wonder now Jeremiah 8 verse 20 comes in to say, they will be able to say these words, say, the harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. Why do you think they will be able to say those words? Because literally the dead cannot say those words. So it means therefore that there will be signs that will show. The last that I will give you is what we see in Revelation chapter 6, verse 17. I will just paraphrase that because of time. You find that there is a question asked when we are taught to say the great men of the earth, they will see the lamb come down, and then they will run to the mountains, because if they are alive and then they choose to run to the mountains, and why are they running to the mountain? What to say? They see that the wrath of the lamb has come. Who has told them? It means therefore that before they were warned that the lamb is going to come to punish them. And so for them now to start seeking for hideouts in mountains and in rocks, it means they will now know that that which they despised, the time for its fulfillment has come. So this that you have asked, Sister Ines, is a wonderful question, but it needs for us now, as we have started these things step by step, we shall be able to come to it and understand what God offers through the coming in of this prophet, promised Elijah the prophet. Remember that here we are dealing with a, a study where we cannot go prophets, because that is one of our benchmarks where we see that we are introducing these wonderful truths to beginners who would want to understand the truth from the Bible and the Bible only. So we are trying by all means to stick to that rule until promises that are made by the Lord to say this is what Elijah shall teach us. Then we will all now see that yes, we need the presence of the message of Elijah for us to be fully fitted. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, thank you very much. The clues have really helped. Thank you so much.
Or we praise God for that.